Hello, everybody. This is Stan. Welcome back to Boston Treasure Hunters. What you are looking at right now is 25 plus pounds in this, so probably about 26, maybe a little bit more pounds of wheat pennies. And guess what? They're not even mine. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, I know, right? These actually belong to my brother Jack, who lives out in North Leominster, Mass. Who was just there today with Lillian, who you see in that picture right there. And he brought these out and wasn't sure what he was going to do with them. And I was like, well, if you want, I can sort them for you. And he was like, that'd be great. Well, he thought I would do it there today, but I didn't have time, so I brought them home. It's about 26 pounds that I lugged home of wheat pennies. I'm guessing it's about $32 to $33. That's my guess as far as how much might be in here. Could be more, could be less. I don't know. We're about to find out. So what I'm going to be doing is sorting these here, dumping them out slowly, sorting them by date. And I'm going to show you the setup here in just a second. And we're going to see what we have and how many rolls we end up coming up with. So with that, I'll be right back. Okay, but what I just did was kind of empty this out as kind of a sample of what might be in there. So what we ended up with was 7 from 1909 to 1919, oldest being a 1911 right there. Then in the 20s, we had 16 of those, which is pretty good for such a small sampling here. In the 30s, there was 14 of those. There was 40 1940s. We have all mixed up for the 1943 already. And then the 50s, we have all of those as well. And we had 47 of those. And that was, what, about 120? And you figure about almost 40 of them, so almost a third of these were 1930 and before. So that's pretty good, if you're asking me. That's a pretty good amount. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make another one of these here and spread these out, and I'm going to be doing the 19 teens. I'm going to do Philly, Denver, San Francisco, then the 20s, Philly, San Francisco, all the way 30s, 40s, and 50s. So this is going to be spread out here. We're going to do small chunks of this at a time, and I'll do updates as I go along and let you know how many we're up to as well. So with that, I'll be right back. Okay, just a real quick update. I took some of those out of there. You can see just a little bit out. This container is about roughly half full. That's 311, so already we're over 400 wheat pennies. I'm going to go ahead and add these to this. But actually before that, I am going to split it up between Philadelphia and San Francisco through all the decades. So you can see two sheets here. This is going to go on the floor. This was all you're going to see, and I'll give you an update as we go along as far as how many we're up to. But with that already being 400 and hardly just even a dent in that, I don't know. Could be quite a bit more than I thought. Okay, so here it is. I made the other sheet. I spread them out. The first three lines right here are all the teens. Those are Philly, Denver, San Francisco. Then you get the 20s, Philly, Denver, San Francisco. Then the 30s, then the 40s, and then the 50s. So as you can see, we have quite a spread here. Now, I did something similar to this with the Stacks and Bowers. I think I got like 22 or 2,300. I think this is going to be a lot more than that. So as I get like large stacks, I'm going to remove them and roll them. Of like, you know, say if I have a bunch of 44s or something like that, I'm just going to roll them and remove them. And we'll keep a running tally as we go. So now with that, I'm going to go ahead and start digging into this pile, and I'll be back. Okay, real quickly, just a fast update here. We did add quite a few more years in mint marks. I'm going to read them off real quick. We had a 1910, 1913, 14, and 16 in 1919 Denver. In the 20s, we added a 25 Denver, 26 Denver, and 29 Denver. Lots of good mint marks there. In the 30s, we added the 30 Denver. Then there was the 34, 35 Denver, the 38S, and the 39S. And those ones are literally right there. In the 40s, we actually still added a couple more. We added the 40. Those are right up here. The 40 Denver and San Francisco, excuse me. The 41 San Francisco. The 44 Denver. Don't have any 43s yet. I know I saw some of them earlier. Then a 47, 48, and 49 Denver all the way down here. That would be all three of these. Just to kind of keep you orientated. Then in the 50s, we added a 51 Denver. Sorry if it's getting a little dark. 52 San Francisco, a 53, and a 53 San Francisco, and a 54 San Francisco. The one that's kind of shocking me is we don't have a 1954 yet. I'm sure we're going to get that with all the pennies we have to go through. But overall, with all the 400 gone through, this is quite awesome. I'll be back. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to point out as I was going through this. Jack, when you see this video, why on earth was there a 1982 Philadelphia in here? Want, want, want. Okay, right here, that's how much I'm going to be going through this time. That is actually double. What same amount here is right here. There's going to be a total of 870 so far gone through. There's 435 there, 435 here. I'm going to go ahead and add these to this, let you know what updates we have as far as new additions to this here, and if we have any really good finds, and I'll be right back. And in case you're wondering, that's where the bottle is right now. We still have all that to go through. Okay, so this looks just a little bit different. I put some of the coins in just tubes. They're not wrapped at the bottom. They're just kind of over and hold them so they don't fall over. And then I got the X's in there to show the ones that we are not looking for, which, as you can see right there, all of the San Francisco ones over there. The ones we did add to this are 1913 Denver, 1918 Denver, 1919 San Francisco. Those are all in these rows right in here. 1920s, we added 1923, which is just below that X right up there. Then we have a 1930S way up there. Follow that with 1932 Denver right here. Then over here we have a whole bunch of the common ones. We have a 42 San Francisco, 45 Denver, and down at the bottom here, a 1949 San Francisco. And we added a 54 Philly and a 55 San Francisco, which is hiding way back over there. We have all the 50s, almost all the 40s. Still working on the teens, 20s, and 30s, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. That is how much of a dent I put in that, and the top only went up to like here anyway, so not much at all. And as you can see, there's a lot of good stuff going on. We've got 1,500 pennies into this so far. I did just add a 35S, 37S, a 41S, 46, and 48 San Franciscos as well. So we're getting there. We got almost all the 40s except for the 43s. We got all the 50s. We're getting there with the 30s, the 20s, and the teens, as you can see over there, are almost getting completed. So with that, I'll be back. Okay, we are back. As you can see over here, we have $10 of rolled coin already. The coins that I've added since were last updated was 1909 up there in the far left corner. No VDB. Did find a 1927D, which is right there. Found a couple of those, and a 36 San Francisco right up there. We are 2,000 pennies into this. I guessed about $32 to $35 worth, so $32 to $3,500. Let me show you what the container looks like. You got it. I'm not even close. It's probably going to be close to double what I had guessed. We had weighed this, and it came out at 25 pounds plus a little bit of extra, so I figured maybe 26 pounds. Calculated that out online. Way off. Can't wait to see what the total is. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. We've now done 2,500 wheat pennies, and there's a huge stack of other ones that have already rolled. There was 50 in each one of those rolls right there. And as you can see, this board is getting more and more full. We did find a 1927S, which is right back there, as well as the 28D right here, the 17S, which is back here, as well as a 38D, which is right there. Those are the ones that we've added. 2,500 down. I don't know how many more to go, but I'll be back. 3,000 pennies in so far, and I thought there was like 3,200 to 3,500. When I show you the bucket here in just a second, I'll show you how much we have left. And as you can see, there's lots of rolls of pennies over there. They just added 4 more, and plus those 41s back there are about to go. Lots in the 40s and 50s over here. But as far as new dates we added, we did just add a 1913S second column. Fifth one up is 1913S right there. Third column, excuse me. And then we just added way back here in 1933 as well. So we got 2 new additions to this pile. It's really filling out nicely. Let me show you what's left in the bucket. Hopefully the lighting will be good and you'll be able to see that there is still quite a bit in there. I would say at least another 1,000, if not more. Most likely more, since my guesstimates seem to be a little off. Well, with that, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. We have 3,500 pennies into this hunt already, and as you can see, there's quite a few there that are over the top. I gotta take those out. The only addition that we have right now, if you look back there, you'll see that penny that's on the X. That is actually a 1909 VDB. My brother had said none of those would be in there, so haha, Jack, I found one. When you watch this video, you can have a chuckle with that. I have added more tools, like the two teens back here, the 20s and 30s back in the back there. I put those in tubes. A lot of these are filling up quite nicely. Really enjoying this here. Let me show you what is left. I'll be right back. And there it is. There's really not much, because if you look in there, you'll see the bottom. There's kind of a push-up at the bottom of it. So I might just finish this out and show you what we have at the end, unless there's over 1,000. I'm guessing maybe about 500 or 600, but either way, I'll be back. Okay, and we are back, and as you can see, a lot has changed here. I did add a couple more tubes in here. We did find a couple more new dates and mint marks. The first one being right over here. Whoop, not that side. This side right here, 1915 Denver. Don't have the 1915 yet, which would be great because we only need a couple from, I think one from the 30s, yeah, 1931. And then we'd have all the Philadelphia mints combined, which I thought I had a 51 before, but I guess not. Also, we added a 1925 San Francisco. That is right there. There's actually a couple of those there now. And the last one was the 1932, which is way back here at the end before that tall stack, which is 1930. So you just need the 31 and the 1915, and we have them all. I did add some more coins over here. I'm going to show you what's left in just a second. And here is the last of it. I counted up a total of 4,430 wheat pennies. I got 430 in here. That's going to be the last of it to go through. I'm going to go through those, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so we are finally done with this huge, massive project. What I'm going to do now is clear all this up, put them into rolls. I'll have them going by like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, so on and so forth in rolls. Show you what we have and give you a grand total of how many wheat pennies are actually in that jar. So with that, I'll be right back. And actually, before I go, I need to tell you that we did find over here, if you look, a 1916 Denver, which is, if you look at the three rolls, 19, 17, 16, we get one Denver right there. Then just right here, we did get a 1918 San Francisco. We found a 1926 San Francisco right there. And then we did find, finally, one steel cent. It is beat up, it is crusty, it is corroded, but it is a 43 Philadelphia steel cent. And that is it. With that, I'll be right back. Real quickly, I just wanted to give you guys a real quick recap of what I thought we could have found and didn't. Like over here, we're only missing two Philadelphia mints. There's 1931, which would have went right here, and over here, the 1915. That was at Philadelphia mints. Found all of them. As far as the Denver mints, I mean, all of these ones here in the teens, I didn't expect a lot. The 1939 Denver, I was a little surprised about. And as far as San Francisco's, I never expect to find a lot of those anyway, but we did find every single one up to 1935 through 1958. So that was pretty cool. Anything else to me was kind of extra. So with that, now I'm going to wrap these up, roll them up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and this is what we have. Before I mention all of this here, I did want to mention that while making this video over the last 4 or 5 days, Judy's mom, Rita, has become ill. So if you don't mind keeping them in your thoughts and prayers, we would all really appreciate it. Okay, getting back to this real quickly, I wanted to show you the totals of what we have. Teens was 250, 20s 450, and so on. You can see it all right there for a total of 4620. Meaning I was only off on by about 1,000, as I guess 32 to 3,500 based on weight. But with wear, of course, some of them are going to weigh lighter. So there you have that, is what I'm guessing is why I was so far off. Well, that's all I got for this video here. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, remember to hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, happy hunting.